Hello, my dear Libra, Sun and Moon Rising. This is Maria the Clairvoyant, and I'm going to start your reading for the month of November 2017. I am not feeling that well, and that's why I have delayed my videos, and I have something to do, but I hope that most of my videos are going to be on by the November 1st for you guys and for my Hispanics people, for the ones that I do for the November 1st. Like you guys know, I'm gonna use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, and I'm gonna be using the Isis Oracle. This message from Isis, when I start the reading, please stop the video, make sure you go do something, because this is gonna take me a good probably maybe 10 minutes to read that oracle. It gives you some things to do. So please, Libras, the ones that these messages is for, if it's for you guys, please stop the video and understand what this is gonna tell you. You guys hear me? I'm not doing that well. The energy that you guys have right now is the moon. So that's the overall energy for the month of November, Libra. So if you see the moon is made, it represents the sign of either sometimes I put it for Cancers, or also can be represented by the sign of Aries. And Aries is intuition. The moon is intuition, is to what the moon shows you, what you guys can see in the dark. So in this case, some of you Libras are very intuitive, and this is a couple of my signs that are, if you go into the description, you guys are going to know that this is one of my signs that are very intuitive. Libras, Aries are very intuitive signs. So with that said, if that's the case, that you guys are wanting to go into a spiritual path, I think it's time for you to start going into that path and start looking for how you want to evolve. Some of you have become a little bit more, Libra. Some of you that are into this cycle right now came from a cycle that was at some point more materialistic opposed to spiritual. But that's natural. Almost every sign is that way in the beginning of life. We are a little bit more materialistic than spiritual. And as time goes by, we become a little bit more spiritual. So with that said, some of you might be going through this path. I also want you to know that this could also represent fears. Maybe some of you have body consciousness. And if you do have body consciousness, it's time for you to let go. If this has to do with secrets and fears and emotions, also this can mean like hiding the truth. Maybe things that you do not know is going to come up to the surface. This also represents someone that lied to you, someone that is lying to you, someone that has done things behind your back, and things are coming in the in the surface. So that's what this card represents. The next card that you have is the star. This star represents the sign of Aquarius, and Aquarius are also a very intuitive sign. So maybe you know an Aquarius, Libra, that you get along with well. Maybe you want to become a little bit more intuitive. Maybe you want to learn. Whatever the scenario that you want to have, go for it. Ask for advice. It's time for you to go into this light, because Aquarius are very, very mystical. They like to have a very clear vision of who they are. They're very generous. They're very spiritual. A lot of them are into astrology. A lot of Aquarius have the spiritual gift. which is a mediumship, and if you want to learn, you might have a person that is this sign, and it feels like you, because of the Two of Cups, you might need to communicate. The way I'm doing this reading is top, middle, and last. Okay, so I'm starting from the top. So with that said, you may need to contact this person. You also, the Two of Cups also represents love and friendship. So if we see these cards, if I'm reading this card from past to present, maybe in the past you feel like the star also, and you had a pretty good relationship with your partner. This is the partner card also. And cups, if you guys know, represents feelings and emotions. So some of you had a very emotional life. And with with the Empress, some of you either had children with the partner that you used to have or you still have. However, why I said you used to, because it could be that they could have been a breakup going on, because I have a major arcana right in the middle, which means that you had the chariot right now. Some of you, I feel that the chariot's like the card of movement is victory. So if at some point your relationship has gone to some kind of breakup going on, and this could be with this fire sign, because you have the King of Wands here. So some of you were involved with a fire sign that the foundation of your house broke. Okay, that's what the Tower means. But sometimes it doesn't break purposely. Not purposely. Sometimes it doesn't break, but it's just a breakup for a new beginning. Sometimes we have to let all habits go to start the new beginning. And I feel that some of you Libras aren't very much in contact or the energy of fire signs. See, with the chariot also, it has this light going on. So this also means like, again, is another spiritual card. So I feel that some of you are going or need to go into that spiritual path, or are looking to go into the spiritual path. And you know, the reason why I'm saying this is because if we read this from top to bottom, here is the sign of Aquarius, here is the chariot, okay? And what happens is that what you have, you probably need to contact this person to get you into the path, because there's a lot of light here. And maybe with that chariot, you need to contact this person. You need to go towards this person, because you get the Two of Wands, and Two of Wands, it's about contracts, okay? And this could represent the sign of Cancer, which this is also, if it's not an Aquarius, it could be a Cancer person that is in your life. And if that's not the case, this is a union going on with that sign, either with a Cancer or with an Aquarius. Or you need to contact this person to help you in that spiritual path that you want to take. See, when I'm reading this card from top to bottom, there was a union here that was broken. And now you have that Eight of Wands again. So with the Eight of Wands here, it's like you need to work on that relationship, because some of you probably have the fire sign, the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you have the Aries card here, which is the moon. And maybe this person is in Aries. And what happened with this is about clarity of actions. Fires are usually about career and life purpose. What is your life purpose and where you're going? So in here, you probably have options if that's what you're looking for. Or you, Libra, want to have this foundation about this relationship, because wands are also starting over again. It's a card of movement. Like if you something is coming towards you. Okay, so you broke up. This could have been shaken, but now you're working on things. So this is also a card that you're working on something, you're moving, you're doing something about it. Because there is, if this is the past, you had children with this person, and this person could have been a fire sign, or is a very important fire sign that is, if this is not the energy of that person, I want to mention that. If this is not the energy of your partner, and you and your partner are in good terms, this could be the energy of a significant other that might be affecting your life. It could be a family member, father, son, brother, sister, because this is a general reading, it doesn't have a gender. So with that said, and here you get the nine of coins, which is the same thing as the Nine of Pentacles, which this is material aspect. So in reverse, because I don't really do reverse, but in this case I decided to keep the reverse. The Nine of Coins is either you are not saving enough, you are not putting your money where it goes, or you're having difficulties financing everything that you're doing. So with being in the reverse, this is telling you to slow down. Maybe you need to stop how can I put it, stop spending so much if you don't have to. And also means to be careful, because it could also mean that someone might steal something from you, or you might encounter a situation. So be careful. I always tell this to people when they come to my readings, especially in November to December. Be very careful when you guys go out shopping, because people want stuff and they will do anything and everything to rob. The highest rate for robberies, either online, you know, people being jumped or whatever, is very high from November to December. Okay, especially before Thanksgiving and after Halloween. So I'm doing these videos before Halloween so you guys can be aware, be careful. This could also means that you have to be careful. Okay, dear Libra. So like I say, you have an Aquarius, you have a Cancer, and you have a Pisces situation here with also a fire sign. You also have the Empress, and these are, you have basically four major arcanas. So some of you are going through some kind of changes, whatever it is that the changes are putting you through. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm feeling a little bit not under the weather. So make sure that you have to be careful. If this reading me is this way, that you had a good relationship, you had children with this person, now you're moving on, and this was a breakup at some point with either a fire sign or the energy of a person of a fire sign. Usually if this is not a fire sign, it's just to have a strong energy, very similar, depending on if you guys could do a natal chart. I have a link in my channel that you guys can get a natal chart. And you guys have not literally separated completely, because you guys are here as with a fire sign, and there got to be some kind of communication going on. From here went to here, but there's got to be, you guys need to do something to the life purpose that you guys want. This is a strong love guidance that you guys need to get to this level, to be the Eight of Pentacles, because Eight of Pentacles is basically grounding yourself to, is grounding numbers. Eights and fours are grounding numbers. And so just be careful with this card, okay? And with that, I'm going to start the oracle of Isis. This is a very long reading. So this, that you got again the chariot of ascension. So actually you got the same thing twice. Okay, so take a breath and sit down. Purpose, you know, go get a water, whatever. Stop the video because this is going to take a while. So I'm giving you time so you can start sitting down and getting yourself together to what this is going to tell you. This card is going to give you some kind of meditation. So it's going to take me a while because I'm going to read a couple of pages. So with that said, the chariot of ascension. Your soul wishes to travel more freely between the dimensions of higher reality. This is to allow for conscious spirit communication, the free flow of soul light into the physical body, and joining the divine harmony of heaven and earth. It is required a powerful consciousness to do this. The Merkaba, chariot of ascension of soul fire, is a spiritual gift to attain these device purposes now. Available to you, high initiate. So again, this is also part of the Aquarius that is telling you, because these cards are very intuitive cards. So you got 3 cards that is basically telling you to look for the path that you need to go. This oracle brings you guidance, that special spiritual practice that has come or in soon come into your attention that will help your soul reach your more fully. It will be advanced practice and it will serve you as well. At time is your journey to reach the higher levels of capacity and spiritual responsibility that are available to you as a high initiate. Peace to you, beloved. Your spiritual work on this planet is greatly supported. The Chariot of Ascension Oracle also offers you a particular sacred teachings from the priestess of high initiates, Lady Isis. This is the practice of the Merkaba, soul vehicle, or chariot of ascension. This vehicle is this energetic structure of sacred geometry that is draining and protects you, allowing you for your consciousness to travel instantly and freely between dimensions and realities without compromising your vibration or damaging your energy bodies. Merkaba is a vehicle of great strength and power and is best used with a heart dedicated in unconditional love and service. It can be used to travel on the inner planes, to stars and temples, for higher guidance in an instance, as well as to connect with other souls on the inner planes at various levels of evolution. It is recommended that such practice only be used with permission or granted from soul in question and from a place of love and intentions to be a healing service. Merkaba allows you to travel without the unusual restraints upon your energy field, but like in any power practice, there is a wise caution. You will travel and experience what is in your heart. Keep your heart open and clear and do not use Merkaba if you are feeling uncentered, ungrounded, disconnected, or angry. It is a technique to use when you are feeling peace and aligned with yourself. At such times, great growth in consciousness is possible for use in Merkaba. The Oracle of the Chariot or Ascension is a gift of high-level spiritual training. Your wisdom is using what you have learned helps you make the most of this sacred gift. The Oracle is much about receiving the training as it's about knowing when to apply it and when to have restraint. The Oracle of the Chariot Ascension is also a confirmation of you are growing spiritually and becoming ready for a greater task and spiritual responsibilities. If you have been considering taking a step to engage in teaching or healing instead of practicing a higher level, whether spiritual or in your chosen field or profession, you are encouraged to follow your heart and your destiny and be bold. Say yes to yourself. The Chariot of Ascension speaks of rising destinies and success. So you see, dear Libras, is telling you that you may be in a transition to a spiritual path. Okay, here is gonna give you a ritual of the Merkaba. The ritual is, this is an advanced healing practice. You are guided to complete the full practice if you are experienced in meditation and also able to remain grounded in your body, even when in connection with higher energies. If you are unsure, start with the incantation below and build up a ritual in time. If you feel unwell during the ritual, practice draw to a close immediate and finish your practice with the incantation. An experienced spiritual healer will be able to help you adjust your vibration to a level that is ready to embody Merkaba. Over time, if you do not yet feel up this practice, don't do it. For this ritual, if you can do so comfortably, sit on the floor in meditation posture. Otherwise, use a comfortable seat and sit with your legs crossed underneath you or beneath flat on the floor, side by side. Have your arm resting in your legs with your palms facing upwards. Focus on your breath, allowing it to become relaxed all the way into your belly. If you tend to breathe shallow, do not start this exercise until you have learned to slow and deepen your breath to your belly. Say aloud this protection mantra: Goddess Isis that loves me unconditionally, protect me now. I rest in the heart of your love and peace, so be it. Master Serapis, they will confirm. Once your breathing is restful and deep, become aware of a triangular prism. The 3 points of the base forming a triangle. Reaching out 4 points above, the base of your prism easily sits well beneath your feet, and the point is high above your head. Visualize or intend that the prism be formed of electrical violet light, which is pure white light, which reflects a neon violet in the end around the edges. Take your time to build the prism with your intention until you sense that it firm, stable, and honoring around you comfortable. Once the first prism is clear in your mind, second triangular base prism form. It is to start above your head in a triangular base, 3 points forming the triangle shape, and 4 points lighting beneath you forms the apex of the second prism. All 3 sides reaching down and converting into a point. The point of this second triangle prism is formed with electrical violet light, joining each other your electrical violet light, forming this second prism with the base high above your head and the point deep below your feet, with your fitting comfortable within. Take your time and really sense this prism of light around you, feeling the beauty of the vibrant electric violet light floating the point sides and base of the prism as they form the star prism together. Stay with your breathing and allow the first prism, the one with the base beneath you and point above, begin rotating naturally. It will move clockwise or from the left to right. Just let it spin. You don't have to force it. It will happen naturally. Soon after you feel comfortable with this, allow the second prism to the one with the base above you and the point as the 2 prisms rotate, you will feel energy growing strong and moving your soul, body, and physical body into a greater connection. You may literally feel as if you're rising up the chair. Stay calm and keep breathing. Keep your thoughts clear in your heart. If any time you feel yourself lifting away from this reality and into a reality that you do not wish to visit, simply repeat the protection mantra in short terms here. Isis and Serapis Bay into my heart without delay. Stay connected to your breath and allow yourself to experience the Merkaba for short periods of time until you become used to its intensity. When you're ready, just open your eyes. Really take your time to ground and come back to the awareness in your belly, awareness of the breath. Incantation of the Merkaba. You can say this incarnation to gain a strong spiritual connection and protect at any time. Lady Isis, Serapis Bay, shining bright. Support my Merkaba, build my body of light. I am in your protection now from harm. I am free. Align me now with my inner divine. Through my own free will as being of light. And now allow my Merkaba to a light, arising from below and descending from above. Penetrate darkness too. With divine light and love, Merkaba protection, body and spirit as one. Framing in this connection are now forever undone. So, this part you guys have to be very careful to do. If you're not used to doing it, please don't do it. This is more for those that are more that have practiced meditation, and if that's what you need to do, or contact someone that you guys can practice meditation, you can start feeling the love and you start raising your vibrations. Okay, with that said, I was gonna close the reading, but I need to get you an oracle card, and the oracle card for you for the romance angels cards was affecting Libra at this point, how their relationship is, who are the people, what they need to do in love for the month of November. Let's see what comes up. Retreat. Oh my God, this is perfect for what's going on. Retreat. This card is to disconnect from the world. This is time that you need to either go into a retreat, if you could do that. Some of you might need to just retreat by yourselves. This doesn't have to be a couple. This could also mean retreating, going into a place that you can practice meditation. If you can meditate by yourself, give yourself that time all the time. It says once a week, twice a week, 10 minutes a day, whatever your intentions are, and however fast you want to do it, that could be it. Or it just could be retreating from the world. You don't want to know anything about anyone by yourself. Okay, Libras. And let me see what else comes up. I think that some of you need to start to love yourself more and go into a more spiritual path, because what also came out was Pisces and Cancers. And what happened with those signs is that those signs teach you how to love yourself more. So maybe some of you, Libra, have conflicts with your bodies, and you need to start loving yourself, loving your body, loving your hands, loving your hair, loving everything about you. Everything you had done and the mistake you had done, accept the mistakes. With that said, let me see what's other cards for you guys in the love romance angel cards. Codependency. Some of you had a very strong codependency with your partners, or someone in your, if it's not your partner, your family, your mom, your father, somewhere around it. And now maybe that's the reason why you need to retreat and start doing things on your own. Libra tends to be very codependent on their parents, or if it's not with their lover, their relationship partners. So maybe that's why you need to go into this retreat and start loving yourself a little bit more. With all that said, my dear Libras, love and light. I see you in the next video. The month of December is probably, I'm going to take my time doing each video, because I'm going to do December and hopefully how the year is going to be for the 2018. So I see you in the next video. Bye-bye. And if you want a private reading, go to mariatheclairvoyant.com.